Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, Six? Hey, Zo. How you guys doing today? There was 2 4s here. I don't know where the other one went, though. I guess not. What? I swear there was literally 2 4s here like 2 minutes ago. Oh, there he is. The fuck? Where is he at, bro? This guy was in Africa. Holy shit. What's up, Marsupani? What's up, Noah? I'm doing pretty good. Nice, Spooky. I didn't stream yesterday. I don't think I played this game yesterday. Maybe I did, but I don't remember it. On Aurora, it's easy to manage them. It's just hard to find them. There's not that many solos, so you don't have to worry about like that. It's just if you get zones in bad spots, like especially down in this area. I'm lucky all these were solos and then like a pair that had a level 2 male by default. If you get like main zones that you or stuff you want to be your main zones down there, it gets really annoying. But other than that, the rest of the map's pretty good. Nice, Noah. Well, happy early birthday, bro. What's up, Wonton? What's up, FF? Oh, really, Spooky? I mean, that's kind of cool that you ended up getting him, though, in general. Nice. What's up, Ben? Nice, bro. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody try Fallow on Scotland, but I assume it'd be fairly easy. There's less of them than K. What, one time what happened, bro? Yes, I do know how to grind snow leopards, but it's not something I can just tell you how to do. It takes a lot of like practice and I guess just shooting a bunch of snow leopards until you find out where yours respawn. Because they got home ranges, but I don't know the exact home ranges like I do for tigers, you know? Except shotgun. What's up, Mark? Oh, you did them with feeders, yeah. Because, I mean, they had the same home range as boars, so you literally just switch out your boar feeders for the, like, post feeders or whatever. It'd be good. Yeah, it's good wonton. Not right now, Noah. I'm sorry, bro, I have no idea how to say your name, but what's up, I'm trying to call you KRC, bro. I don't know how to pronounce that, and I don't want to butcher it, but how you doing, bro? There's a lot of people named Dylan, apparently. No, Dylan from the Discord's a member. I don't think he's here yet. I did tell him I was going live in like an hour. About an hour ago. What's up, FFL? Going pretty good, bro. We just started though. Nothing crazy interesting yet. My diamond rate on wild boar is probably like 1 in 5, something like that. I feel like it was really good at one point, and then it kind of like got really bad, and then it's kind of just settled around what it is now. What's up, Hunter? What's up, Cork? What's up, Cayman? What's up, Aiden? It's going good, guys. I'm normally, well, I used to be live on one day of the weekend, but like, then the other one I wouldn't be live, but it's random. Now I usually don't. So you were kind of around on that. That's a crazy estimate for 4. Weirdly, I have yet to get a level 4 diamond for Tahr. I know that they can make it, but I haven't got one. Like, I haven't even, like, botched one yet. Alright, Red Wonton, good luck, bro. Oh, nice. Yeah, Tahr's it's a little bit more difficult than the other stuff. It's not even really the HM that's difficult. It's like, if you do this map, the HM is surprisingly easy. It's just hard to find zones that are shootable, you know? You gotta, like, really play with the time. I got kind of lucky and only checked one time, and most of my zones are decent, but they're definitely not perfect. Some of them can be from really far away. Some of them like to, you know, hide behind mountains and stuff. Nah, I didn't call you Wed. I called you Red Wonton, which is just weird. I don't usually call you by the full name, but I not really anymore, Noah. I don't think so, Fish, because I haven't got one, and Cork hasn't got one, and I don't think anybody else I know that grinds boars got one. So I'm guessing no. Because the level 4 diamonds for stuff are usually, like, not common, but you see them somewhat. Whereas, like, Fallow, I haven't even seen, or Tahr, I haven't even seen one. Or, well, I've seen them, but I haven't got one. And at Boar, I just haven't seen a single one in general posted, so I don't think so. If you're asking me, Uncle Ben, not really. No, I like tea. But it's not bad. Yeah, I don't think so either, Cork. Because I haven't seen one. I'm at 14 to 17. It's just the time I had a lot of a lot of zones already at, so I just stuck with it. Like just like regular, well, in general, I mean, I just like sweet tea's good too. I'm talking about like black tea, you know. First diamond, not bad. I didn't even call you that, by the way. The VOD is still up. You guys can go watch it. I did not call you. I called you, so you were like drunk or something, bro. You heard something different. I don't think anything's normal to be slow respawns except for like whitetail. But with how little boar on Scotland, and especially if you're HM'd, a lot of people struggle with getting respawns because they don't shoot that many. What's up, Harry? I didn't. You can go look at the VOD. I promise you. You were hearing things. Yeah, I got a bighorn. Well, after the SR, I got a chipped gray in that same, not in the same rotation, but in the same stream. And then since then, I got a bighorn skull, which sadly both those were full dupes, but yeah. And then since the skull, I've got a few like random rares here and there, but if I'm at a point to where if the rares aren't like at least like a super troll, I don't even tax them. What's up, Turbo? What's up, Shotgun? I actually have the 50/50 gray. It's on the thumbnail, which as of now, the only ones I've actually seen personally that have 50/50 is gold and gray. I think the gray looks better, but I think the gold is more rare because I've actually only ever seen one person actually have the golden 50/50. Like at least be able to like see it, you know, in his lodge, like live on stream. So I definitely wouldn't mind a 50/50 gold. But I mostly just want I want the chipped horns on the skull. I think the like the whitish horns with like the black fur would go really well. Also wouldn't mind getting some more snows or lattes, because I only have one each of those. And I do want to maybe try to go for all possible Tahr combos, but not 100% on that. Five great one Tahrs today? Probably not, unless I get like all of them in like 200 kills. I'll find anything to go with these ones. It will, because there's so many like different it's not like the only thing I have all combos for is fallow, and that took like 46, and that's pretty lucky because I got all the typical or the big rack fallows quite fast. Well, not quite fast. I just only got one duplicate. I got one of each and then two hoodeds, where if I got a bunch of the same one, it'd be really bad because those are pretty rare for me still. But Tahr have, I think 5 horn variations, not counting 50-50, and 7 furs. And I've already got so many dupes, bro. Like, full dupes. Like, way more than any other species. I don't know what it is. Yeah, there's a few methods. There's a few methods on Scotland. I think there's 2 different lake methods. I think there's one that's like a 5 lake method and one that's a 4 lake method. I haven't personally tested either, but I'm sure they work. I'm just gonna always stick with the Salsweezen method, especially now that my HM is even better. Yeah, the silver big rack fallow is my second last combo. It is a very nice combo, I will say. I'm not a big fan of the silver, but I do like that one. That and the silver Irish elk look really good. The silver blade rack sucks and the silver spoon suck, but the Irish elk and the big rack are really nice on the silver. Goes really well together. Is there 5 horns for the Tahr? There's like there's the chipped horns. I think there might be 6. There's the chipped horns. There's the small horns, the typical horns, the mid horns, the big horns. I think there might only be 5. I guess there's 6 if you count 50-50. I think, unless I'm missing one. I don't hunt IRL now. Yeah, I mean 5k males is rough, but I think the reason why Stalls is the best map is because it's the easiest one to herd manage, and I think herd managing the foxes, like obviously in my opinion herd managing everything helps the great one spawn faster, but specifically the foxes are crazy. And now it's not just me getting them fast, because Corks have been, I think he has a 2 now, and they've both been fairly fast with HM. Not many people HM foxes, so I don't know if I was just getting really lucky or if it was like a thing, but yeah. And now anybody I know that HM foxes gets really, really lucky. Well, I guess it wouldn't be luck at that point, but yeah, anybody that HMs foxes are usually getting them under like 300 males. What am I doing? I lost the 5. Yeah, I know, but something about the class 9s, it seems, are even better. Because, like, the amount of red deer and, like, foxes, bears, wolves that I get so fast are crazy. What's up, Anna? Paul, the top one is the antlered and, like, the horn great ones, like Tahr, whitetail, stuff like that. And then the middle one is the predators plus the boar, and the bottom one is pheasants. You know, Tahr, weirdly, a lot of people don't know because they don't hunt Tahr, but the rare Tahrs are statistically like the 2nd or 3rd most common rare because there's so many of them. I didn't. I know the one you're talking about. I watched it in slow-mo. I said so. You were hearing things. If you hear anything different, it's AI. I don't think I don't think I have any bisons around me, bro. What's up, Mason? That's a rip, Ben. Yeah, it took me a while to get my first fallow super rare, but it wasn't that long. It was like 10 great ones. It's the same way with foxes, Harry. Foxes are like really, really easy grind. It's just annoying setup, and people don't know anything about the game, so they all think it's hard. That's a bad troll. Bro, I had one that trolled yesterday by 0.1. Well, 0.01. Yeah, I mean, all of my fallow grinds have been HM, but the first one took a while. But that's because half of that process was setting up the HM. I think almost everybody in the chat plays Call of the Wild. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 100% play rate. I'm feel like everybody does. Yeah, I mean it's all like that, Ben. It's just people are kind of bad at the game. They don't know. They don't know what to do, and it doesn't help that. What the fuck? That like certain streamers make it sound like way harder than it is. Like most of the grinders have like 1 fox or 0. But that's partially their fault because they do it on Emerald Coast, and Emerald Coast is terrible for HM, so they get 1 and it takes like 10,000 kills and they're never touched again. I grind snow leopards by just shooting the same one over and over and over again. I've learned enough to where he respawns, so it's pretty easy to keep getting him. And all of my that I don't shoot are low level, so the one that I shoot is almost always a diamond. Not 100%, but like maybe 9 out of 10 times. Honestly, I don't know, Cayman. I'm only 20 kills in. I didn't play anything today. What? Why'd you ban Turbo? Oh. Yeah. How you doing, Red? It's honestly not that bad. You just have to... It's mostly RNG with the swaps. That's the hardest part. Because the swapping can be bad. And the jumpers can be bad. But even then, once you figure out the jumpers, they kind of go to the same place every time. What's up, Herb? I'm doing pretty good. I haven't played, like, anything Call of the Wild today. Like a little bit yesterday, that's why I have so many Tahr kills. Well, it might have been yesterday. I think it was honestly the day before. I don't even remember playing this game yesterday. And if I did, it would have been shooting foxes. So I think I'm like 50 male kills into foxes now. Well, after the last one. I got 5 again. By 5, I mean 5 Tahr in this zone. So it's pretty consistent with 5. It's weird because I only had 2 for so long, and then I ended up having... Okay, well, that's just annoying. I had 2 level 2s and a level 1 female, and then I just shot one of the level 2s on accident, and since then, it's like, really? Really? Okay, that last one just went through him. I didn't even miss the last one. It just, like, went directly through him. Like, that was a perfect time to just, you know, stop and start twirling around, wasn't it, Mr. Tahr? They do. There's not that many on this map. There's probably like 15. I know I have more, but that's because I've shot down new zones, 2 solos. Which I actually had a new one spawn yesterday, a new zone, and there was a 2 there as one of them. So I just left that 2 alive. I'm honestly hoping that happens enough times, and then I just stop getting new zones, because the game's like, oh, well, he's got enough males on his map now, or enough zones. And then stop spawning new ones. Yeah, honestly, I shoot the dime Tahr now with 300s, unless I know they're rare. Unless they're, like, crazy good estimate. I grind with pairs. I feel like for me personally, the pairs jump less than the solos. Like if I try to grind male solos on the island, they'll bounce off way more than the pairs do. Actually, I did try to grind solos at one point, and they would bounce almost every time for me. That's why I always just recommend people to swap into the pairs. What? How long are you banning these people for, Zo? Oh, you're not. You're just deleting the messages. Okay. But so they didn't really do anything to be banned. Yeah, Kraken bans you. I think Zo just deletes your messages. It says died, right? Yeah, I mean, I hit him with a 300. Yeah, that's a different zone. Oh, they died right together, too. How nice. You don't be toxic, though, Turbo. Yeah, the blue, like, wrench. It's a wrench for me. I don't know if it shows up like that for everybody, but yeah, the blue wrench is like the mod icon on YouTube. Yo, what's up, Dylan? Oh, it's been going decent. And I'm dead. Why did my character go so far? Oh, there's no Tahr here anyway. But yeah, we only just started. I'm holding S. I think that helps. I think when you hold back when you go down a hill, you take less damage. Because there's a big ass cliff on Red Deer on this zone, and I jumped straight down it, and I've never died. I think if you just hold S, you like take less damage. You like just slow yourself down a little bit. Yeah, you gotta be nice, Turbo, because if Kraken comes in and sees you messaging, but you're gone for like at least 3 days. Going good, Dylan. How about you, bro? Okay, we're getting a lot of 5s. We just need the great one. Oh yeah, is Kraken gone now? Forgot about that. Wow, that is a nasty troll. Because that guy is... Oh. Okay, no, it's off by 1. I thought it was 0.01 again. Because that's a big tar. He's a bit fat. Do Tahr even have, like, different racks, I guess, for, like, the diamonds? Or are they just all the same one? Just some ones are, like, bigger than others, and, like, if they get twisted up, they score different. I swear there's one that, like, once you get to, like, the really high 107 ones, they look just like the great one. The mid-rack great one. Or the mid-horns, I guess. How did that one not die? I swear he died and then came back to life for a second. I mean, he's technically not breaking the rules. He's just beefing with the other chatters. So you can't perma-ban him, but you can ban him if you want. Just don't do it permanently, because I feel unban him now. It's not normal, no. They're pretty consistent, Ben. You probably just spooked them because of the island's really small, so when you're teleporting around in the tent, you can you can spook them without even noticing. Alright, Shotgun. Good luck, bro. Which map are you doing them on? Ooh, so close. So close to a diamond level whore, and he's tiny weight-wise. I'm thinking there's no racks for the Tahr, they're just like full true horns. They all kind of look the same. And like that guy had the same rack as some diamonds despite weighing like 40 pounds less. Well, like 20, not 40. Yeah, see, 'cause that guy's kind of just got the same rack, just smaller. He's also like tiny, tiny. Nice, Cork. Do you find zones that are like good? I mean, they can be difficult, but I feel like Quattro definitely has more shootable zones than other, like, Souls, for example. Then Souls, sometimes you can get, if you get really unlucky, your zones might just be terrible. really, Ben? That's crazy. Honestly, your HM on pheasants can be like real nasty if you only shoot like 12 zones or something. My last great one Tahr was 255 kills ago. Ben Smoke, how you doing, bro? The last one was a bighorn skull, and I think it was 138.49 or something. I can check. What's up, Rocky? Nice, bro. Good luck. The last Tahr, I think it was pretty fast. The last Tahr was 121 kills. Yeah, 138.49. He's pretty big, but not like. I feel like all of the bighorns are like around the same size. Like I don't think I've ever seen one above. Like I've seen like I think the biggest one I've seen is like 138.8 or something. I've never seen one hit 139. I've never seen one go under 138. I feel like they're all like basically the same. Bro, what is going on in the chat? I don't think I've ever even watched a full game of hockey, so no. But I know a lot of people like it, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I've personally never even watched a single game of hockey. Hold it. Yeah, I watch, like, soccer. Or football, wherever you're from. For what species, bro? That's actually really good. Favorite great one is the red fox. If we're talking specifically, the licorice one. Oh, you have 4 pheasant SRs in 1500. Okay, that's crazy. That's really good. I don't even think I get a rare in 1500. Yeah, that's an interesting question. So how would you even do that? Be like pretty difficult. Yeah, but if you don't put water in it, that's pretty. Does that even classify as burning it at that point? Like you gotta be like doing that on purpose to do that, right? Nice. Yeah, I don't like pheasants that much, bro. But they're definitely cool. What's up, Captain Mayhem? I mean, technically 0 kills. I've gotten multiple in the same rotation before. But if we're like excluding those grinds, like 12. Boston. I've had so many like 3s and 4s that I might be getting a new zone soon. Usually anytime that happens, I get really, really bad spawns. Not every time, but like the last 3 times it's done that. What temperature is it outside? It is so cold. Oh, it's 11. It's not even that cold. The fuck's so cold in here? -9, like -9 Fahrenheit or Celsius? Feels like -3 Fahrenheit. That's probably why. I realized it was windy. Yeah, that's pretty bad if it's in Fahrenheit. What is this in Celsius? It's probably like think -10 or something, right? I don't know the exact. What's the word? The exact like calculations. It was -11.6. I was close. What do you mean? Like, are you swapping or are you managing? Oh, did that guy just respawn? That's why that guy just popped up. If you're swapping, you should wait, like, until you see the fox that came back. If you're just managing, then just keep shooting the exteriors. Just don't kill anything on the island then, Ben. You doing both at the same time? Hmm. That's a bit risky. I don't even know what's going on at this point. It's not even my chat. He's like colonized his chat. It's not even my chat anymore. You took it over. Look at that visual bug. Imagine a Tahr coming out of there. Whoa. Oh, but it's straw. They score minimum, don't they? I swear every straw that I've killed in the last while has scored minimum, so I'm assuming that guy's just gonna score 105. I messed up the record then. Oops. Now that I haven't got the max score they can be yet. Nice, Dark. Yeah, my foxes are like really good now. The diamond rate per male is like 1 in 5. The only issue is my last 6 rares have been on females, and unfortunately there's not an exploit I can do to make that not happen. I'm just not very lucky. I've gotten an albino and 5 piebalds in like the last 3,000 kills, whatever, and they're all on female. I can't. What the fuck is even that, man? I should have just like not even did the HM. I wasted all of the time making it better, and oh, he does. They don't score top. What? Or they don't score bottom. What? It's the first. Did I just get really unlucky and all my straws for like 5 in a row scored bottom. This guy looks way bigger than 107.21. I'm not gonna lie. That guy looks like huge. What's up, Thrill? What's up, Jacob? Probably Ben. I mean, I stacked when I redid the HM. I stacked the Great One and 6 9s, 2 of which ended up trolling, and it was not bad. It was pretty It took me longer to stack them up than it did to shoot down the threes, actually. Yeah, I do FFL. There might be a couple that are like ones that are like not the minimum estimate, but for the most part, I only leave the minimum weight estimate. Hopefully, Thrill. I know so many people are wanting it. What's up, Mix? Lion, Luke. Definitely Lion. I don't even know what my second option would be. I guess Puma, just because I have it HM'd or not, or Mountain Lion. But if they do Puma, it would be both, surely, right? Because they're the same animal. I don't know how that would even work. They'd probably just rename them. All be Puma or all be Mountain Lion. Well, yeah, I use HM Hunty, but everybody uses that. It's been okayed by the game, so it's not cheating. It is an exploit, but it's not cheating. Oh, I lost the Tahr. You can get like I have 7 pairs on my island, but honestly, it just depends on how many you want. I wouldn't go more than 7 though, because I still get jumpers. Bro, where are what? I didn't say I wanted an exploit. I said there's no exploit for that. Like there is for getting great ones faster. Oh, it's fucking 17. That's why. Just left. I'm doing well, Mix. How about you, bro? I lost the 4. Yes, I use an exploit. Herd management is an exploit. What? I've never denied using HM. Yeah, I get that, Mix. What's up, Land Boy? I agree, Dark. It's my third favorite one, probably. But if somebody tells me it's the best looking one, I'm not going to complain against that, because it does look amazing in game. What's up, Isaac? I will feel. Hold up, I'm just gonna back out. I feel nervous. I do actually, shotgun, but I have no clue what actually happened, bro. And so long as I watched that movie. Honestly, if you got a super rare fox, Dark, you should should be lucky enough to get some red deer. They're pretty common super rares. They're like one of the most common now. Hoping I didn't get a level 2 to spawn. Oh, I didn't. I should have one more to count the last one. Yeah, that's real nice, Dark. The piebald is my favorite one, too. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say no to, you know, an albino or a mela, but the piebald, if I could pick one, it'd be the piebald. Let me tab out so I can look at Discord, bro. You gotta stop rage baiting everybody, Turbo. No, don't start spamming 11. Nobody spam 11. Or anything. Damn, that was loud. Do Tahr actually sound like this in real life or no? 100% Rocky. It's weird. Like 90% of the player base is like 15 or under. The max weight is 240 kg for red deer. The max score, I think, is 273 on the dot. That's the biggest I've seen, at least. What's up, Zap? Yeah, no problem, bro. Nice, Gunsmoke. Which one did you get, bro? I guy's dying too. I spined him at least. Yeah, the Tahr are funny sounding, I can't lie. Oh, Cherry Blossom. That's my most used one too. It actually looks really nice. I don't know why so many people hate on that one. I have no clue. People are just arguing. I'm honestly about to start banning people. I'm not even trolling. I'm missing messages that people are like actually asking because of it. What's up, Mason? How you doing, bro? You guys gotta stop arguing so the chat doesn't get flooded with that stuff. What's your question, bro? I'll try my best to answer it. Yeah, I know you guys are just messing around, but like it's spamming the chat with stuff, and then I miss potential messages. What's up, Kraken? Yeah, now you guys definitely gotta calm down, because Kraken will actually ban you guys. How are you, Kraken? Yeah, right. I just realized that I've been on top chat, so I might have missed a few questions. My bad. I think I got both of them. Running around in circles at this point. I'm doing pretty good, Kraken. Um, yeah, Mason, you can ask your question, bro. If you asked it, I'm very sorry it did not show up. I'm looking in the chat, even on live chat now, and nothing came up, bro. But like I said, I'll happily answer your question if I'm able to. Why, Kraken? What happened, bro? Oh, really? That's crazy. How many videos did you edit? I'm assuming it's like post them while you're on vacation or whatnot. Yeah, Kraken's trying to curse everybody by taking the shots that he takes on the Great Ones. What's up, Buck Hunter? Welcome, welcome. How was your day, bro? And of course, but you gotta push him out the way, huh? Yeah, how did you even take that shot? I'm doing good, Buck. Was it... I didn't check the distance. Was it far? How did you... I know it's the recurve bow, but how did you almost brain shot? Like, you missed everything and neck shot him. From a frontal. You used the bow a lot, so I thought you'd, like, be really, really good with it. Yeah, so I can't believe I shot that boar with the 300, bro. That was kind of funny. I didn't even mean to do that. I'm sorry, Mason. Your question, if you're asking it, isn't sending. You might be sending too many messages. Like too many word like characters in the message. Because I haven't seen the message. I think YouTube is not wanting to post your message. If you are trying to send it, that is. The only way that you can make it faster is adding more pairs, but if you already have like 5 to 7 pairs on the island. Yeah, I can see it, Mason. I think that if you're asking a question that's long, it might cut it out because of how YouTube doesn't really like very long messages. The character limit's very small. But yeah, the only way you can increase it is by adding more pairs. If you're already shooting enough, then you kind of just gotta kill them faster. Alright, bro. I'll take a Scar's Chips. It's a combo I don't have. If they're in your main and they're level 1s, and you have other bears to shoot, or like other females that you can swap, then I would honestly leave them if they're level 1s. But if you have nothing else to swap and everything else is managed, and you have no other bears, then you might just have to shoot them, bro. Nice, Mason. Well, hopefully you have fun, bro. The game is really, really fun when you're first starting out. And good luck with the videos. Yeah, if you have 7 pairs, you just gotta kill them faster, Buck. That's nothing you can really do to make them faster. Because the foxes respawn fast, I'm just assuming it's really hard to shoot them when you're on controller. You have to kill both. Really? That guy's huge, and so I don't want to like brain shot him. But I mean, wherever I hit him, he's clearly no longer alive. Of course, like I went out of render. It is what it is. Yeah, but that usually only happens when you're first starting out, Hunter. That happens a lot when you're first shooting your zones. Kind of just does that to balance them out. Yo, what's up, Alex? I started playing Call of the Wild in the very beginning of 2022. Oh, really, Kraken? Well, good luck, bro. Oof. That's huge. Not quite max, though. That's my second one that scored this. I'm gonna keep that. Really, Kraken? You gonna play for that long? Holy. I mean, you could just randomly get small stuff, but you could also have some jumpers that are big fishing. Like, it's pretty normal to go a while with a bunch of small ones. I do it pretty often, and then I usually end up getting a bunch of big ones. But there is a chance that you got, like, if you've noticed some deer missing, you might have a few, like, real big diamonds or potentially a great one in an exterior zone. Max for Tahr that I know of is 107.68. Maybe it's 107.64. It's one of those. I think the Tahr are like the most hard to get one of the maxes for because they don't really have racks. They're just kind of every one is just the same one, just slightly bigger or smaller. Nice, Buck. Playing for a while. Nice, FF. Which combo did you get? And which combo was your first one as well? Nice, fuck, let's go, dude. Hopefully everything shoots down quite fast. You can highlight the one, or you can try to shoot at them with the 22. And if you spook one, and you notice another one following it, you notice that's a pair. And like, just do that. And then if you spook, like, if you spook them and you notice two running off together, and then you do it again and you notice two running off together, the solo will be the one that's left, still drinking. Or you can just like go pick up the actual need zone indicators. What's up, Lemon Brain? How you doing, bro? I'm doing pretty good as well. Nope, not yet. I've only been streaming for about an hour. About an hour and 10 minutes. Ah, I like the hooded. A lot of people don't like it, but it sucks that it's the same rack as your first one. Getting dupes that early is tragic. I think I only have one here. I'm not gonna lie, I might have a new zone. Welcome back, Cayman. Probably like another 2 hours at least. Wow, that's a bad troll. I did have another one, I just missed him. I do have pickup tents on my Fox grind, but they're kind of just like not really pickup tents. They're just spread out very far, and some of them can be pickup tents. Some of them are pickup tents, but some of them aren't, but yet act as pickup tents sometimes. That guy didn't die? What? Must have spined him. He's going down now. Yep. Probably like 30 to 45 males, so just double that for the total kills. Uh, I mean, yeah. I mean, you can kind of count the Tahr as aerial, bro. You see when they jump, they go really far. Almost like they're flying. Technically, yeah, it's the pheasant, but just maybe the Tahr could count. But Alright, buy a shotgun. That was very, very not nice, but have a good one, bro. Yeah, I don't have a Mela Blacktail, but I'm gonna find a one from 4 years ago. The Mela Blacktail is like one of the only old, like, standing black Melas, right? It's like all the new Melas are like weird looking. I know the Roe Deer had one. I had the old Mela. I just went this on. What am I doing, bro? But it got a different Mela now. Yeah, I'll go shotgun. See you, bro. I could be a dime four. Hopefully. I've never gotten a diamond level 4 for Tahr. Most people on Souls can do like 10 zones. But oh, are you joking? Well, that's not a diamond level 4. Come on, man. Really? What is that? What is that? But yeah, on Quattro I shoot 16, but I shoot them right up, like right on the zone. So I'd say maybe 10. You just gotta shoot enough to get respawns. Like some people I know have tried 10 on Souls Recent and it doesn't work for them. Nice, Spooky. Did I miss playing on Parquet? You should love Parquet, bro. Such a good map. Well, now it's kind of like useless because it's nothing really unique. But when it like was when there wasn't that many maps, like I think the most recent map when I started playing was Mississippi. Yeah, back then, dude, Parquet was so nice because everything was unique. Like there was Black Buck, Axis, stuff like that weren't on other maps. Muley were only on what, one other map? I think. Water Buffalo were on no other map. It was very nice. I like you miss when all the maps were like that. They need to start adding maps again like Sunder so that they're actually unique. Some of these maps now, or like at least like add new species. Like not even a new map to add new species, just sort of add new species to the game, man, and put them on the other old maps. There are so many of the old maps that are like were so good, and now they're pointless to play, which sucks. Backpack on still? Right. The noise it's making was real loud. I have no clue how that tree blocked the first shot, but it didn't spook him, so it doesn't bother me. Not anymore, Noah. Sadly. Well, I mean, I guess not sadly, because, I mean, people just, like, new game until they get one, right? But, yeah. There's no way to get them other than just, like, grinding. I mean, you could get really, really lucky and shoot one animal, and it spawn is a great one, but, yeah, without actively killing stuff, there's no way to spawn a great one. Kind of like, dude, if I would have known that great ones could be initial spawns back when I first played, I would have just new gamed until I got one. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't play the game enough back then to like care. Instead, I sat there and fucking grinded 10,000 kills to get my first red deer when I could have just found one on my map or somewhere else, or like went into multiplayer and got lucky and found one. Okay, I guess there's nothing there. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's on PC though, so it doesn't really matter. You can just cheat them on PC or go on modded servers and get them. I feel like the bigger issue would have been on the console, because you would just get one and then they would, you know, trade it to 50 different people. What's up, the Rock NM Farms? I'm doing pretty good. How about you, bro? Yeah, you can get rares, super rares even, and obviously diamonds as initial spawns, but yeah, sadly no great ones. Well, I guess it depends on how you view it, sadly or thankfully. Nice, bro. Scotland, I mean, it's fallow in general. Like, once you get them HM, bro, you're popping them like crazy. Just, no, I don't see many people do it on Scotland, so it's pretty cool. Oh, that was the 4, bro. I was about to get excited. First time I already got a 4 diamond, but... Yeah, the blacktails are kind of hard to get because they're only on one map, so you have a really low chance of, you know, getting an initial spawn. So you only have one map to do it on. Yeah, I saw the Grados and when I toured your lodge, I'm pretty sure, which is really sick. I think I unfortunately missed the feral goat. I think you said something about that to me. Or what? I always like look in the wrong area. No, I have not killed a great one today. Come on, man. Stop moving. That's good enough, right? Make sure to do a long trek. No, it is not. The only rare furs for black bear are blonde, cinnamon, and brown. Which is why I'm not doing black bear, even though I never got a super rare, because to be honest, I don't really like the black bear rares that much. If you want FF, that's pretty crazy though. I don't see many people grinding fallow on Scotland yet. I assumed it would be like one of the better maps, probably like the second best. But yeah, I haven't seen anybody try it yet. feel like that's probably a pretty normal glitch in this game. Spooky. Yeah, obviously Hirsch, bro. How many more have you got on Hirsch? If you've even done any more. I know you had a couple. They were all spoons, though, weren't they? Yeah. That's nice, bro. Nice, Rock. Which rack do you get, bro? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I knew about the saw. Maybe I knew about the iris, but I definitely knew about the 2 spoons. That's awesome. Yeah, it's another reason why we need new lodges, Mars. Be able to put all your stuff in one lodge, you know? You don't have to make multiple. I never played the first one, but looking at the trailer or whatnot of Way the Hunter 2, it looks the exact same as the first one, I can't lie. I'm not missing any furs or horns, actually. I'm just trying to get one of the ones I want, which is the chipped horns on the skull, or even possibly another one of the 50/50s. Dude, that guy didn't even care about the 22 trick. He's just continuing eating on, bro. Come on, bro. Turn around, man. I don't want to, like, ruin you, because you look decently big. Yeah, bro. What a waste of time, man. You're not even gonna turn around. And then you tank the shot, of course. Yeah, have that. I mean, they have the half. That's one of the ones I don't have. Which I think is only golden. So I've heard of the other ones being 50/50, like the 50/50 ones being on another fur, but I've only ever seen golden and so and golden and silver, golden and gray. Thankfully, I got the gray one, which is the better looking, but I think golden is more rare. I haven't seen that many of them. I've actually only ever seen one. Oh, really, Noah? The refabled hooded is crazy, but at least you got the big rack. That's nice. You got a pretty rare one. Those racks are not too common. Oh no, they're all hiding, bro. Come on now. What a death. Holy. Avoided a flip. What's up, B Weaver? How you doing, bro? Welcome in. Wow, they both trolled, really? That does not look like a troll rack. I guess it's because he's not pointing up. Here we go. Really? Only 2 males? It's not too bad. 300 kills, though. I'm not too sure. I think I had like 180 one time when I was doing boar. But that was like the second day the boar great ones came out. And I had spawned multiple great ones, so a lot of people were there just to see the great ones, which is totally makes sense. Because they were Brindle. No. The Brindle was the one I got off stream. There was Stipple and what was the third one? It was one of the bad ones. I think it was Chalk. Which at the time I don't think people saw the Stipple in game, so a lot of people were wanting to see that. Yeah, that's a lot. I'm very thankful people that are watching. 13. I was honestly hoping it'd take me longer to get all the pheasants, because I wanted to get a leucistic rare, but I never ended up getting a leucistic rare. So I was liking doing pheasants a little bit. It's definitely not my favorite great one, but the grind is very fun to do because you're, shooting them out of the air and stuff. So it's a lot more challenging than just going to a tent, shooting 2 deer or 2 Tahr in this case, then claiming them, going to the next tent. You actually have to like kind of think a little bit. Oh, really? It's been a while since I've done pheasant. 2 more 5s. That explains why we had such a few dead runs. We're getting like way too many 5s at once. That works. Those guys are not going anywhere. You're not a Tahr. Just gotta check. I've never had 5 in this zone, but there's always a possibility, so I gotta look just in case. That's a diamond. This guy looked even bigger, but if I troll because of that. He made it. It's just not very big. We've got to be on like that. The last 2 rotations, I've had to have like 15 diamonds or something, bro. Let me check. Three, 4, 5, 6. Plus this guy that trolled. That's not bad. Not as many as I thought, but it's crazy that the guy that trolled, he shows up as a diamond. Or he shows up as diamond score in the codex. That's how close he was. Couldn't make it though, huh? Alright, Noah, have a good night, bro. Thank you for stopping by. The first time I did Fox, I stacked like 8s and 7s as well that were max weight. That was like the first one that I really stacked on was Fox. Oh yeah, they did. I was actually surprised how fast they shot to like 2s. I'm pretty sure I got all of them to 2s. I could be missing one. I mean, my diamond rate got better, so I had to have done something. But I could also be getting really lucky. And I might have like a 9 somewhere that's hidden. But like, it's kind of crazy because there's like so little males. Even when I was stacking that great one, I was shooting the pairs. It took me longer to stack my main land. Or my island, I guess. I don't know. I call it the mainland because where my main zones are. But the island. It took me longer to stack up the island than it did to actually shoot them down. Well, foxes aren't hard to swap. It's just luck. Alex, so if you're shooting, like, you're going to the pair that you need to swap, right? Like, you have a solo on your island and there's a pair on the rest of your map. You go to that pair, right? And you shoot one of them, and then you claim it, and then you close the main menu or whatever to, you know, unscare them or whatnot. And then once you come back in, you shoot the one on the island, and then go shoot the remaining pair, or the remaining member of the pair, and then just leave the game without claiming either of them. And they have a 50-50 chance of swapping. Which, you could just be getting really unlucky. If you're doing that exactly already, you're just getting unlucky, which is the annoying part about swapping. What's up, Spaz of RCB? I have not actually got a great one yet. Only about an hour and 40 minutes in, though. I think we might be kind of close. The spawns have been kind of weird. Like, I had that real dry run, like 2 rotations, and I just got like 1,000,000 diamonds. They respawn quick, Ben. They're solos technically, so they're jumping all over the place. See, like 2 3s, bro. What? I have never did a kangaroo grind. Nope. I have a leucistic, an albino, and a diamond, but that's just from shooting about. Never actually did a full grind for them. It'd be pretty hard to do that. But maybe not. I just don't like Emerald Coast like that. But it could be kind of fun. Maybe I'll try that one day. Oh, really? You like kangaroos? That's awesome. Yeah, but I only had 5 pairs on the island when I first started. So it was pretty easy to stack them. Well, aren't Crocs kind of bugged right now? Can't you get into like a tripod and you shoot like 50 of them and then they just don't run away? I swear, I've seen people that grind Crocs. They can kill like 50 that are right next to each other and they just don't even care. The closest I got was I think I got a level 8 mythic or level 8 mythical Mela or albino. I don't know. One of my Croc rares were really big gold and others were silver. I mean, getting a 9 stacked already is good. Because without HM, my Fox mail rate, my mail per diamond rate was like 1 in 300, bro. It was terrible. Oh, okay, so the top one is the Great One symbol, like the OG Great One symbol. So it's for like the horned ones now, or the antlered ones now. Like the red deer, the Tahr, for example. Fallow, stuff like that, moose. The middle one is for the bears, foxes, and wolves, the predators, but they did recently add boar to it, which is kind of weird. Guess it makes the most sense, but I was thinking they would add a new one. And then the bottom one is for pheasants, and only pheasants right now. Hopefully it stays only pheasants. Because I don't want another bird great one, not gonna lie. Like, if it's gonna be a bird, at least be a turkey, but then, like, that's not even a hype great one, dude. When with the maps they're releasing, I think people would not like that. Oh, really? Okay. Maybe that's what it is, RCB. Because I saw like a bunch of people that were grinding them and they'd shoot like 50 from a tripod. And I'm like, I thought the guy was cheating at first, but I'm like, well, maybe that's just a bug in the game because the game does kind of suck. Not gonna lie. Like they were barely going, they were only going attentive. They weren't even like alerting. But then somebody told me that that's normal. Hopefully not a goose gray one because of the way the birds are. The respawn sucks, so it'd be really, really hard to grind. Like, it wouldn't even really be hard to grind, it'd just be annoying to where, like, it wouldn't matter. Yeah, they troll a lot, but I'm also very herd managed. Which, if you're new to the game, you might not know what HM is, or herd management is, but if you do, you'll know why that I'm getting so many diamonds. And if you don't know what it is, the diamonds and stuff that I'm getting are going to be 100,000 times more common than most people, especially if you're not doing HM. Like, it's not realistic. Like, I'll probably kill a diamond every 7 or 8 kills for Tahr, maybe even less. Whereas, like, if you're not doing HM, you'll get one like every 250 kills on average. Yeah, I was thinking they would just add an entirely new one for boar, though. They did pick the one that makes the most sense. Yeah, I get it. I get it, FF. Happens to me all the time. Not my friends, obviously, because most of my friends and, you know, people that I play this game with do HM the same as me, so they get the same results. But to people that don't know how to do HM properly, or don't do it at all, it's obviously looks like you're cheating, which does make complete sense, man. Like, if I didn't know what HM was and I saw somebody getting, you know, a great one every 400 kills, I would be like, yeah, you know what, that guy's cheating. Or if, like, I didn't think HM worked for great ones, which I definitely think it does. I even, honestly, when I first started, I kind of did. I didn't as much as I do now, but even then, I'm like, there's got to be a reason why people are doing it. Wait, really? For that, bro? What the fuck? That's crazy. Well, the thing about the diamond and rare ducks is the ducks don't respawn unless you kill the whole flock. So chances are that out of the 200 kills, you're just seeing the ones that are already on your map. Which, the ones that are already on your map, you have a decent chance of getting a rare or a diamond for basically every duck. Every duck species on your map, you'll either have, like, not every time 100%, but like 90% of the time, you'll probably have at least a diamond or a rare for each duck species. Most of them, like, will just be on females. So, you rarely find them. But yeah, you're probably just seeing the same few flocks over and over and over again. But the duck rares and diamonds in terms of spawning them are pretty rare. It's just, you have a high chance of seeing them by default on your map because of how many ducks there are. There's like, probably like 800 of each duck species, if you factor in the females. Unless you're on Solsweez, and there's probably only like 300 of each because it's a smaller map. So yeah, I would honestly just say keep running around. If you have the electronic collar, it's a DLC. It's very good. It brings in so many ducks. If you don't, the normal collars work just fine. But the electronic collar is really good because you can kind of just put it down and then go AFK for a little bit. Like if you have to do something else, and then come back to like 100 ducks on the ground. Okay, so yeah, you kind of just have to move around until you find one. You can grind the same area over and over and over, but you're not really going to get respawns unless you can consistently kill the whole flock of ducks, which is like a lot harder than it sounds, especially if you're on controller, because you have to shoot like 10 ducks out of the air, because they'll flee pretty fast with a shotgun that only has 6 rounds. You got to make sure you're hitting multiple. Yeah, but you're new. Most people that have this game, like the YouTubers even, like a lot of the big YouTubers have like 3 times the amount of time that even I have. So it takes a bit to start to like understand. I have not personally, no. I don't really make any guides. So honestly, I'm not really... A lot of people say I'm good at explaining stuff, but I don't think I am. I think the way I explain stuff, it makes it sound decently hard. Or a lot harder than it is. There are plenty of videos out there that explain how it works. Welcome back, Wonton. Appreciate that, Spaz. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't do any guides. I've thought about it, but... Yeah, like I said, I would do snow leopard guides. Alright, I didn't say I said I wouldn't do snow leopard guide because it's hard to... Like, even the most experienced player would have trouble with it. Unless they're hunted, you know, hundreds and hundreds of snow leopards on their own map. And if I did find a better way to grind them, low-key, I'm just gatekeeping it. Not gonna lie. And same with the tigers. Like, the way I grind tigers is public information, so anybody can go up and look it up. But I don't plan on making a video for it, because I don't want it to blow up and then them to mess up all the respawns again like they did last time. That's on average, FF, because the more you shoot, if you stop right now and you never hunt fallow again, dude, this Tahr needs to shut the fuck up, man. It's so loud right in my ear. I'm gonna come back and kill that one after I get all the combos. Just specifically that one, because of, it's always whistling in my ear, man. But, yeah, if you were to stop right now, your average would be crazy. But the more you go, you're eventually going to get into one that takes you like 1,000 or something, right? And it's going to increase your average. So my first fallow ever was 2,500 kills. So my average on fallow is way higher than it was. If you take that one out, my second um my second longest grind was 738 kills, I think it was exactly. And then if you take that one out, my third longest was only 400. So yeah, the more you go, you're more likely to get into a long grind that will mess with the average. So I just like to say, like, my average is like 250 for all species combined, but I know there's a lot of species that I have stopped on, and I know if I go a little bit more, like if I go back to fallow, right, my next fallow Great One grind could be 5,000 kills, right, and then my average is automatically way higher than it actually was. I would like both those because I only have one of each. I only have one scars, one latte, and one snow. I think I have 3 of every other one now. Because, for example, here, hold up. My last Tahr grinds, the issue with my Tahr, bro, let me into the game, man. I keep, like, tabbing into Discord instead of... Oh, my PC's crashed. Like, what? But yeah, I'll get the exact numbers of my Tahr grinds. I think I didn't crash, but it's frozen. I might have to, like... There we go. Holy shit, man. I hate this game with a passion. But yeah, my Tahr grind folder got deleted, so my first 11 are missing. But I have my next ones. My 12th one was 334. My 13th one was 650, then 290, then 132, then 35, then 121, and now 312. Oh, my stream didn't crash, did it? Gotta make sure. Okay, we should be good. But yeah, the average of my Tahr grind is pretty much like, it's like 300, maybe 400. It's a little bit higher than the others, but it's a lot better than no HM going 5,000 every time, you know? Okay, just make sure, because my screen, like, fully... I thought my game crashed, but it just froze. I don't have a Discord. Well, I do have a Discord, but it's for members only. What's up, Wonton? Yeah, purple's pretty cool, bro. I mean, bear is not hard to herd manage, basically, because there's not very many of them. At least in Silverage. The problem with bears is the swapping as well. It can be very confusing for new players. The best grind to HM for new players is fallow deer on this map, because the zones are very open, so you can use all the drink zones. There's not very many of them. They're pretty forgiving, so if you accidentally shoot like a female, it doesn't ruin your grind. Stuff like that. What's up, Ryan? I don't think so, Ben. I think you just gotta kind of main menu when you spook them sometimes. Boar are definitely easy, but apparently the feeders confuse people with herd management. But if you're not doing HM, then yeah, the boars are 100% the easiest grind to do. You can't even really argue about that. It'd be like either boars with feeders on Scotland or fallow with the feeders even, because I mean you would just use the same spots. Bro. Yep, just keep doing that, you fucking loser. Like, keep slowing down and then speeding up right when I shoot. These are so annoying, man. Yeah, the last few solos are always bad. Yeah, I mean, if you miss, obviously, like, definitely go to main menu. But if you've killed them for the respawns, nah, they'll come back. If you spook them, you have the main menu. And they're pretty easy to spook because of how short the, whatchamacallit, how small the island is. Nice, Bass. That's nice. You get a Mela. That's pretty rare. Alright, Wonton. Appreciate it, bro. Or what? Like getting juked? Do you want to shoot bears, though, or no? If you don't want to shoot bear, then don't. If you do, then do it. If you're not HM'd at all, Buck, which from the sounds of it, you're not, you're like just starting, then maybe, but personally, I would just go for 8s. I would just try to get 8s. Why don't you grind wolves and get that hollow? What about boar? Don't you guys have a boar set up on Scotland with the feeders? Just do that. You gotta be close to that one at least. Like, I stacked a couple max weight 7s. Like, by a couple, I mean literally only one. But I don't think it mattered that much. Yeah, Jojo, what's up, bro? Yep. Somehow didn't hit him with the first 2. Yep, just definitely right through him. Very fun. Bad so. Alright, these aren't gonna show up, man. I'm too close. On wolves, that's not bad either. On boar, it's not bad either. I thought you meant boar the first time. But yeah. So how is it that big? Like there's quite the big gap between those numbers. I would recommend everything to shoot every like species to shoot 15 to 18. I think for red deer I shoot 16. For Tahr I shoot 15 at most. Sometimes a lot less, honestly. Tahr pretty consistent for me. And then for fallow I shoot 15 exactly. He didn't get one in that long? It shouldn't be that bad, Buck. I have mostly low estimate twos, I want to say. In my main zones, I got low estimate twos, which is pretty lucky, actually. Because then I can tell if I get a 2 to spawn. But outside of it, I don't think they're all level low estimate twos. I don't think it matters that much, honestly. Like, it does to a bit, but I don't think it's, like, that crazy. I have 2 1s as well, I think. What's up, Gunner? Alright, Thrill. Have a good one, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, dude. I think I'm only gonna be streaming for like another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Gonna watch UFC. I hope Volkanovski doesn't get brutally KO'd. I don't even care if he loses. I just don't want him to get like brutally knocked out. Yeah, no problem, bro. If you're talking about foxes, Ben, yeah. When you're not HM for foxes, bro, I swear all of mine were 4s. They were all 4s and 5s. Like, I would so rarely see anything different. And if I did, it would be a 3. Like, even the 8s were like 1 in 100 kills, bro. Best advice for mule deer, I guess, depending on the map, is just find zones that are consistent for you and make sure you're shooting enough to get consistent respawns. That's like the only tips you can really give, unless you're like, obviously, I mean, herd management, but you know, a lot of people don't do that. So outside of that, the only tips you can really give is just make sure you're getting consistent respawns. Make sure your zones are in good enough locations, right? So you don't waste a bunch of time. Diamond rate for Tahr is probably like 1 in 5 to 1 in 7, somewhere in there. That run was kind of slow, but we did just get a crazy run. I think I have 20 exactly. I might have 20, 21, or 19. I think 20. It's been a bit since I did melee. Right when I go to reload and I actually click T and then I'm like trying to move and I'm just typing in the chat like that. The only thing I once, the second shot had to have went through him then. Must be like the thing. Cause I swear I hit that guy twice. Yeah. So I definitely hit him twice. But it is what it is. We won again. Thinking new zone, but not sure. I have 4. The other one's not ever in range. Actually, no, nothing today at all at mine. Nah, this is usually pretty normal. They usually pop about 300. Like I said, they're one of the longer ones on average. I just did the 4 leg thing, so it was a pretty big 4. You play the game on controller? Why? Yeah, why do you play this game on controller? What? That's crazy. Alright, I almost up to white tail after this rotation, not gonna lie. It's not very nice. Come on now. Yo, honestly, I might go to Moose instead. Yeah, just somebody said that. Yeah, my Tahr just not here. They're probably behind that tree. Yeah, I've got a new zone. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not dealing with it right now. So I think I'm just gonna go to Moose. Sorry, I sat on my foot and I moved it and it's got a really bad cramp. Oh, the Fox are doing good. I mean, I could do Fox as well, but I think honestly I want to do some Moose. It's been a while. Moose or whitetail. It depends on how many I am into whitetail. I'm gonna check that real quick. I mean, I'm 9 into whitetail, I think, and 6 into moose. So it's not like either one of them are probably gonna pay out anything. No. Yeah, I'm 9 into whitetail and moose. 6. Yeah, so not looking good either way. The top 4 on the top left. Well, technically top 5, but well, I only actually shoot on 4 of them. The one's like a jumper zone. Nah, I think I'm gonna do moose. Been a while since it's a moose. Yeah, I had everything around. I don't want to download my Tahr thumbnail. I already have one. With the wrong button. Um, let me. everything over to Moose. Close the counter, bro. There you go. What's up, button? Welcome, welcome. Which Ibex, Emmeline? Nothing. Nope. We did about 110 Tahr kill, maybe. Tahr kills. Nothing on them. So we're gonna go to Moose. It's been a while since I did Moose. I didn't have a backpack on. I don't know why my... Nope, that's not Moose. I would do Fallow or Wolves, to be honest. Both those are pretty fun. Pretty easy. And especially on like the Wolves. I think I might have said Moose on accident, but the Wolves, definitely what I would do. Wolves or Fallow. Both of them look good and they're not super difficult. Yeah, I don't know if I can even heart shot this guy from this angle because of his huge rack. Oh no, I can if I lifts his head, I can get a long shot. Right? Right? No. No. On the left. Do you see what says Cougar Watch? There's 2 lakes in the area that says Cougar Watch. Those 2. Not the little one by the road, because they can't drink at that one. But the one directly north of where it says Cougar Watch, and the one directly south of where it says Cougar Watch. I like Layton personally because there's not that many zones. Well, there's like 100, but compared to other maps, there's not that many. And unlike ASCII, they're not all jumped up together. That's not southwest. Those are in the northwest. They're on the top left of the map. That's gotta be rage bait. I mean, the boar feeder grind is really easy, especially if you're not doing HM. Of course, that other dude died. I'm not even hunting. I'm not even going after him, bro. I'm just gonna leave the game. He's a 301 max score. Who cares, bro? Definitely not looking for him. Yeah, look at the image that you sent me of Cougar Watch. The one that's directly north of it and the one that's to the bottom of it. Neither one of those lakes are in the southwest of the map. They're both in the north. Yeah, there's only one lake south of Cougar Watch. What's up, Aiden? I have the speckled one, yeah, which is the more rare of the two, but I would definitely not mind getting the oak as well. I love the oak. The speckle's probably my favorite fur, though, now, I'm not gonna lie. But the oak is definitely amazing, too. I'm doing good, Aiden. How about you, bro? I think the speckled one was like the first real crazy trophy I got when I started streaming. There's no way that I didn't hit that guy, but... And I can't even teleport to my tent because the moose nudged it and made it move, bro. No. I'm grinding right now, bro. My map is not open. I really hate this zone, bro. My least favorite of them, and I can't move it anywhere because it just goes back to the place it was before. It's worse. Why won't it move here, bro? Oh my, no areas, no zones there. All it's gotta do is move there. But nope. It wants to go to this area. I mean, you can just go... It's probably been a while, but you can just go look at one of my videos. I probably have my bear setup shown there. Like the same way that everybody else sets theirs up. The bears on SRP are like so consistent for everybody that literally every setup is the exact same, basically. Like the tent positions are a little bit different, but other than that, yeah, I mean, this game is definitely not complete garbage. Why is that guy standing on it? Yeah, I don't know. He just did not like standing on the ground, I guess. Crazy. Welcome back, land boy. What's up, bro? Well, the one with the star on his face is spotted, and I like that one a lot more than the glacier. Not gonna lie. What's up, Aiden? Yeah, I mean, my newest one, it'll be the same as it is now. I don't move them much. You honestly could probably just look up anybody's video too. They're all basically the same. The only hard part is getting the tent where I have it on the rocks. Maybe like 5, MLN. They're not really that rare. They're just not like mule deer ones where you see them every day. I guess the one time they decide not to go out that way. Alright, made it. Of course, bro, but you don't have to. You never have to do that, bro. You being here is more than enough. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with YouTube, man. It does that so many times, Ben. Probably not, Emmeline. I wasn't even gonna stream today, but might as well. Probably be live for like another hour. It's just YouTube. It randomly just lags behind. Big boy. Not super big, but for a 4, decent. I don't think I'm gonna be modding anybody anytime soon. I've got like 4 on YouTube now. More than enough. I got that second one. I did. I don't know if I counted the last one or not, but just in case, I'm gonna add one more. Yeah, I mean, my last good combo... Well, no. I did get that speckled typical a bit ago. But, yeah, I mean, 5 of my last, like, 9 combo, or, no. All... How many? I have 26 now, right? I think 26 or 27. And... Yeah, I think my last good combo before the... I feel like only 2 of my last, like, 12 have been good. The rest have all been spiders and quads. So maybe. Yeah, those ones. And also the one below the very bottom one. The one south of Cougar Watch. Not the one that's southwest that you see the tents on. The one that's south. That one has jumpers a lot. So I set up on that one sometimes too. I mean, that's a good combo, but I already have Spruce Big Rack, so I wouldn't really care too much if I get another one. It's a good combo, actually. But for Big Racks, I need Two-Tone and Ashen. And for Typicals, I need Two-Tone, Oak, and Birch. I don't even have Ashen Quads, so I would rather an Ashen Quad than Spruce Big Rack, not even gonna lie. And that's another shit combo, so... I'm gonna get a good combo, I'd rather be one that I need. But yeah, just basically anything that I don't have would be fine. If I could pick, it would be Two-Tone Typical or Oak 50/50, but... Yeah. Even an Oak Spider I wouldn't hate on. If it's gonna be a Spider, dude, give me Oak. Or like a Speckled Quad Paddle, I don't have one of those, or Birch Quad Paddle. No, she's gonna say like Spider Ashen or something. You already know. Oh, never mind. There you go. Have that even worse. Well, for you, I think. So you've got that like 3 times, haven't you? I don't know why I got off this. I don't need to do that. I don't need to get down to the TP, but I think it's because I was going to check the other zone because I'm so used to doing that, but I don't have to do that anymore. Bro, I thought you were going for all the combos. What happened to that, huh? You're not able to shoot anything other than moose for the next year. Yeah, I'm surprised I'm missing the spider oak, but I've only seen the oak for 3 times. So it doesn't make that. It's not that crazy. Or, you gotta go for all of them at the same time. Can't shoot anything else, so you get all the moose combos. You'd see moose like in your dreams. You'd have to like get therapy of moose. That'd be too crazy to do all of them at once. There's no way you'd get all of the combos under 50 moose great ones. Like even if you're really lucky, because there's so many different ones. What's up, Brandy? What's up, Levi? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, like you'd have to be, even if you're really lucky, it would take you a while, I think. Please tell me I got that. I don't feel like chasing him down again. Oh, okay, bro. Would you rather me say that? I believe it's a bell, right? Is that how I say that? If you'd rather me call you that from now on, then yeah, I can do that. 7. They're from 4 to 8. I always do everything in the last hour. No, I haven't, Levi. He's like 110 kills on Tahr. Got nothing there. I'll do Moose a little bit. Probably for like another hour, and then I gotta go. Maybe like 45 minutes. I'm not sure, Ben. That's why I asked. I don't wanna be mispronouncing his name. So is it like how Ben said? Is it Abel? Oh, mosaic. Oh, almost a diamond. Nice mosaic though. Alright, so it's Abel or Abel. Is it the first one? Okay. So Abel. Got it, bro. Nice, Lemon. That's good, bro. You're definitely getting somewhere. I don't even know if I got a vital on this mosaic, but like, I don't think I'm gonna tax him. I'll have to see how he looks. Eh. He looks decent enough. He could have been diamond, bro, if he wasn't 50-50. I'll tax him. He's got a nice looking rack. Could have been a super troll too. I would stack mythical foxes, honestly, yeah. He looked like he was like half. Well, both sides of him looked like a diamond rack. I think they just, whenever they're 50-50 like that, they're really bad. I'm surprised he wasn't a troll, though. I'm surprised he wasn't 5. Yeah, alright, bro. Which would you rather me call you, though? Would you rather me call you Ryan or Abel? Because I'll do either, bro. Completely up to you. Bro, this zone is so bad. I actually hate this zone so much, man. Jumper. No, I didn't get the great one, Tahr. My respawns are bad, but not bad enough, so I'm 99% sure I got a new zone to spawn. And yeah, it'd take like 20 minutes to deal with on stream. I don't feel like doing that. Take away from the grind. Nice, Lemon. Let's go, dude. Alright, let's go back and see if that other one was... that other zone has stuff in it yet. Alright, Zoe. Good luck. Hopefully, well, you got a bunch of males up there, and you don't have to swap or anything. Nice, Lemon. Good luck, dude. The bread deer are pretty fun. I've heard they're good on Scotland, but I haven't been able to try them out on Scotland. But I know a lot of people were liking them on Scotland. Okay. I don't know how much longer I'll be live for. Maybe 45 minutes to an hour. So. 300. It's good on Tay as well. But Scotland's probably easier to set up from what I've heard. Because they're more spread out and there's less of them. So you don't have to deal with those clumps of like 50 red deer like you do on Tay. And there's probably less solos, I would assume. I don't need to add one more. I already did that. Was that a diamond? It looks like I said gold. Yeah. Just a gold. Come on, I gotta get like a really short moose grind. It's been a while since I've had a sub 100 one. Really, today's the day. Wait, no. I just got a sub 100 moose grind. The grind before last. Or no, two grinds ago. It was 88, so it's like barely. Barely counts. Now we're getting the diamonds. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, that random 900 one's kind of rough, but... I mean, I had one that my third one ever was with HM. Well, I've never done non-HM moose grind. My third one was 1700. Which doesn't sound bad, but when every other one's like under... I only ever had one other one go over 400. That one's like pretty bad by my rates. Oh, 300. Why couldn't that be the mosaic, though? Yeah, I feel like that's pretty normal, like 3 to 5k. for non-HM is pretty standard. Anything under 2k is like really lucky. Anything past like 5k is pretty bad. Yeah, 3k for Moose is bad. That's like 5k for like fallow. Of course, dude, you gotta like nudge your way into the worst fucking spot you can be. Yep, gotta cock my gun even though I just shot it. At least get along. Okay, that's all I care about. Yeah, 3k is pretty bad for Moose. It just takes so long. Even Tahr are like barely faster than Moose for me, but it's because it takes them a while to like walk into line of sight. Yeah, I mean, your diamond rate's decent. If it's 1 in 50, that's not that bad. Pretty good. Well, pretty good for like barely doing HM. Alright, Wonton. Appreciate it, bro. Have a good one. Yeah, I mean, the double per zone doesn't really matter, because this is one extra one you gotta go take down on, and you can't really get consistent heart shots, especially when they're like that, when they're like in the tall grass, and you gotta kind of set up above them. The 2 Moose Suns are... like, when they die like this, it's great, but usually they go complete different directions, and it's annoying. But yeah, if you're not HM'd, it's like completely random. But more than likely, it's gonna take like 5, 6k, somewhere in there. Hopefully not. 5k for Moose is really rough. Probably not in one lodge. I mean, if you make a lodge for only Moose, maybe. I don't know. I got a lot of big mounts left, so I think I can get like a few more Moose in there. And then to start to move out the shit combos and the dupes. But I don't even know if I'm going to go for all the Moose combos. I just want to get the 2-tone typical and the 50-50 oak. And then the super rare Milla. And that's all I'm going for. Well, super rare Milla and super rare Acromella. But I feel like it's going to take me long enough to get those two. Okay, I guess we only got one of the zones here. Oh, and you nudged him. Of course you did. Nice, bro. Yeah, I still got him. What's up, Burb? I mean, maybe I can see the 50-50 oak being the last one that I get, but I don't think the two-tone typical will be the last one I get. I think it'll be the oak typical, if I'm being honest. Either that or it'll be something random like the speckled quad paddle. Not always. Sometimes I can like stagger out a bit, but a lot of times, like if you kill like 5 pairs, 5 of them will respawn at once. Like all 4 will respawn, or all of them will respawn at once. Like maybe 4 will respawn, and then another one will wait. Kind of just depends on how you're claiming them. Like if they respawn before you can claim the other one, then you'll miss out on one. I did not get the Tahr, unfortunately. I think I got a new zone to spawn because the amount were really, the amount of Tahr were really bad, so I gotta go deal with that. Shouldn't take too long. I just hope it's not in a random ass location. Doesn't take me 5 hours to find it. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do Moose for a little bit. Probably got 30 more minutes in me. Maybe an hour. Depends on how long these UFC fights go. So I want to watch the last 3. What am I doing, bro? I gotta go claim this one, not look for... No, look for the one over there. That guy's a 2. I need to shoot him again. Yeah, it's gonna be really annoying to find them. Nope, not even a single Acromella, let alone a big one. Like, I think I'm just gonna go until I get the Mela and Acromella super rares. I don't care how big they are. Preferably 300 plus, but I'm gonna go till I get those, and then, yeah. And then, hopefully I get the two-tone typical, and the Oak 50-50, but I'm gonna not gonna go for anything else other than those 4 things. Honestly, how many pairs do you have left, Buck? Because if you have enough pairs, then I would say ignore it, but it'll probably come back eventually, because you'll probably shoot it down. Or try to shoot it down, it'll jump to the back to the island. Because you'll probably gain a lot of pairs doing that. I mean, I only gained 2, but some people gain like 5 or 6. Maybe even 7. You just want to make sure you don't have too many over there. I'm sure it'll cap out after eventually. I don't think the game will want to put every single pair you have on the island. Of course. The one time that these guys are close. Do you have 6 before or after it jumped? Because you have 6 now. I mean, even if you only have 5 now, I think that should be fine. That's because you're on controller, right? So it's going to take you a while to kill the pairs anyway. Or it's going to take you a while to kill both members of the pairs. Well, not a while, but if, like, you miss... It might take you a bit, so... I don't know. I would say 5 is enough. Yeah, okay, 6. That's plenty. I would say for now. But you'll, like I said, you'll most likely get him back. That pair when you go to manage, if you do. That was dumb, bro. Why did it take so long to run? I mean, I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, well, yeah, they slow down really quickly if you only shoot 1. But if you get like 3 pairs that drink in the same, same zone, then it gets pretty rough. A lot of the pairs will probably, if you gain too many, most of them will probably jump back off if you shoot them down. Or if you shoot them off the island and they'll just go back to the other place. If they jump onto the island and they're managed, you can leave them. But yeah, if you get like too many pairs, and you like see, oh, I have like 10 pairs now. As you shoot them, a lot of them will jump off and then manage down. And if it's really bad, then you can just shoot one of the ones out of the male and just leave him. Like if they bounce back off. Which I guess is another reason why not to overdo that in case you need to like do that as an emergency. You get too many. All right, Ryan or Abel, appreciate it, bro. Yeah, most people leave the stick rack 3s, but I don't. I only left 2s. I used to. My diamond rate was fine, and I was getting great ones, so I don't think you need to go to 2s, but I did that to, I guess maximize my chance of getting a super rare. But yeah, the great one spawn rate didn't really go up from that much, or from that increase. If you get a bunch of them on the island and you shoot them off, I feel like they're not gonna come back. They're gonna like permanently go back to the main until they like randomly jump again. Yeah, I mean if you're doing it on Medved, it would be even different because there's more moose on Medved. So if you have, you don't have to get the average down as much, or you don't have to get them as low to lower the average. This is a 375 Megan. Yeah, I mean, most likely they're going to jump back off. If you get like that many to where it's a problem, most of them are going to jump back off. So the more pairs you have on the island, the more likely they are to jump. Yes, it is, Megan. Sadly, like every gun in this game that's good is a DLC almost. Alright, Landboy. Have fun, bro. I'm probably only gonna be live for a little bit longer anyway. The score doesn't really matter because herd management is based off the weight. But I would say shoot everything that's level 5 and higher. You want all of your exterior zones to be level 4s on Red Deer. On basically every map. I mean, if you're doing on Hirschfelden or Parquet, you can definitely get away with 5s. But Scotland and Tahr, you definitely need 4s. Well, Tahr, you can leave a few 5s, but Scotland, 100% all 4s. Oh, on Emerald Coast. All 4s on Emerald Coast because I think it's at the same number as Scotland. I think Emerald Coast has like 100 males, something like that. So yeah, all 4s I would say on Emerald as well. You kind of just gotta explore, Buck, and then eventually you'll realize where they spawn. And for me, they spawn in the same area like every time. Ooh, I like this rack when it makes diamond, bro. I would love a super rare with that rack, you know? Very nice. Nice one, Buck, dude. Let's hope he's big. Yeah, basically. It can be kind of bad when you're not HM'd. You kind of just have to, oh, it like be like, oh, there wasn't one here before, so it's got to be the jumper. Well, that's a crazy 4. What? 273 minimum? 2 9s and 77 kills is pretty lucky without HM. If you mean the gun that I'm using, the 375, it's from the Hunter Power Pack. No, Hunter Power Pack is the one with the 338. It's from like the... Let me check. It's the one with the bolt actions, right? Maybe it is the Hunter Power Pack. I get that one mixed up, and then let me tell you the exact one. No, so the Hunter Power Pack is the one that I thought it was with the 7mm. Yeah, it's the Hunter's Choice bolt action rifle pack. Is for this one. It comes with this gun, the 300 Blackout, and the 450 Bushmaster. I don't know because the amount I have is different because I've shot a few out of the pairs, but I'm assuming either 35 or 40. Because I have 32, and that doesn't seem like a good number. It'd be quite random if there's only 32. And 35 and 40 seem like it should be about right. So I'd say between one of those. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's not very many to shoot down. That's why I like Soul's Reason. You just have to get them really low to like level 3s. Honestly, bro, from what I noticed so far, is going to the 2s, it doesn't matter that bad, bro. Like, it's not that much difference. I went from like a 1 in 6 to 7 to 8 diamond rate to like 1 in 5 to 6. It's like, it barely got better. Definitely not even worth it. So all 3s is more than good enough. Now, obviously, if you get 2s and 1s as you're shooting to 3s, then that's just bonus. Oh, nice, bro. Which map? Parque or Rancho? You had a leucistic female one a couple weeks ago, didn't you? I saw your post in the Discord. Good all ones? Yeah, that's take way too long, bro. And knowing my luck, it wouldn't even do anything because my last 6 rares have been on females anyway. So my diamond rate could be 1 in 10,000 and had the same rate of getting a super rare as I do with 1 in 5. Foxes definitely go to level 1 and they're not that rare. You'll see. I'm surprised you haven't got one in your main zone yet. I got probably like 50 in my main zone when I was grinding with no HM. I think now I have like 5 on my map. Something like that. Yeah, like I've gotten in the last like 2,000 kills total, maybe I've got like 5 pieballs and an albino, and they were all females. The albino spawned with a 9 male, and one of the pieballs did as well. It's like I was so close. Could have had 2 super rares, but the game said no. That's why, like, even if I get a fox super, I'm actually gonna like treat it as an actual super rare because it's the RNG I've been getting is great. Like, I'd actually react pretty well to a fox super. Okay, there's no way you haven't even seen a level 1 female. You gotta be trolling, right? Really? Level 1 females are everywhere. But the level 1 males are like... Bro, when Kraken first set up on Saul's, I think the first day he got 2 level 1 males to spawn in his main zone. Pretty funny. Okay, the first UFC fight on the main card is over, so we gotta... I probably only have like 25 minutes. But it's a heavyweight fight, so it could also take 2 seconds. Really? That's crazy, man. Maybe you got like 4s are like probably the most common. But you definitely have to have something nice then. Or your map was probably nice to begin with. You probably got a lot of like low levels somewhere. My map, I had like 2 9s that were on the exteriors, so all my shit was tiny all the time. Level 3 red deer are nice, bro. That's cool. They're not the... A lot of people struggle to get them. I got a lot of level 3s, but they're very good to get those. Very, very good. Yeah, bro, he didn't get a fox, dude. That was a troll. Maybe he gets one soon. How do you even have a mule deer at your bear lake, though, when you're doing bear time? What? I mean, he should get one soon. He's got a... Doing pretty good on Scotland, I think. I don't think he's HMing, though. So it could take him like 50,000 kills, bro. And we got a lot of, like, barely making it 5s today. That's a 50-50, too. I don't know. I don't know if he's posted a video on them yet, so I'm not going to speak. I don't know how many he's got. Yeah, all I know is he's posted like half the ones that he's got in my Discord. I don't know if he posts them in his Discord, so like if you're in my Discord, you probably know most of the ones that he's gotten. But... I don't think so. I used to think it was one of the harder ones, but then once I actually tried it, I'm like, it's, it's pretty easy. Because there's a bunch of them, especially on TL or Roa. And it'd be even worse if you do them like Parquet, bro. There's probably like 300, 400 male red deer on Parquet, bro. They're everywhere. But, yeah, on like Scotland, it's very easy because there's not that many, and they're in a pretty nice area. Emerald Coast, there's not very many, but the areas they're in are pretty bad. There's a lot, like, sometimes they can, there's like a part of the river they can be on. Not all of it, but a little bit of the river, and it's just enough to, like, be annoying. I think that, I don't know exactly what you're saying, but I would just shoot however many you need to get respawns. Like, you might have to shoot more or less to find that out, which maybe that's what you're saying, but yeah, for me, 15 works for everything so far, except for mule deer. Like 15 and 16 for everything. Mule deer, I had to do like 17 or 18. I don't know why mule deer is so weird. Outside of bear, obviously, I only shoot 12 bear. If you shoot 15 to 18 bear on SRP, your AHM would be horrible, even if you hit like all threes. They kind of just spawn anywhere. But I don't really have an exact area that they spawn more at. Bro. No way. But yeah, you know what? They kind of do seem to spawn more in the northern part, but I think there's more spawns up there. I think there's a lot more spawns in the top than there is the bottom. Yeah, like mine are pretty spread out, but if I had to say, it probably is more in the bottom or more in the top. Sorry, I'm responding to a DM. A level 9 Mela? No, bro. If you spawn a level 9 Mela, kill that fucker. That's probably a super rare. Well, with how much Crocs troll, it's hard to say, but no, you definitely should kill that guy. That won't matter, Buck. They'll spawn. Like, you can get, like, I've had 4 pairs spawn in the same zone. Nice, Landry. Hopefully he makes it, bro. They don't seem to do that very often, but hopefully he makes diamond. Just kill all of your exteriors till they're level 2s, Paxton. That's all you gotta do. Wait, I can use the ATV here now, because I don't have to worry about spooking the other zone. Did I not get that guy, bro? He is, like, still up and running. Well, I got him somewhere. They're pretty spread out, but not quite the whole map. You'd have to look up a map for it. I think Pro XCK's got a decent one. He usually does for everything. But the best areas are like the cornfields. Or not the cornfield. Just the fields in general. The cornfields aren't bad, but some of them can be pretty, like, pretty not open. I've played for like 4 years, so a good amount. I've only been grinding great ones for like 13 or 14 months now. Where'd this other guy go? Nice, Landry. Are you like stacking them for something, or does that just happen? Like the initial spawns. Okay, so where'd this guy go? Yeah, I'm looking now. You know, I don't know, because I have a female that's solo in that same area, and I shot her once when she was on the island, then she went there, and I haven't shot her since because she was a solo, and I didn't want to add any more pairs because I liked the number I had. So I kind of just like left her when she spawned there. So I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if that was a bouncer spot that she bounced to, but I've never had another pair spawn there. Well, good luck, bro. Hopefully you get the small deer in your exterior zones. Damn, you got trolled by a level 9 Mela, bro. That's unfortunate. I got trolled by level 9 Mela Puma, so I kind of know how it is. No, you only leave the diamond. The reason why you leave the diamonds like this, the reason why you stack them, is because it helps shoot down the other ones, like in like the solos. So, but you just shoot all of the zones at once. So if you have 16 tents, which you should to start a zone, you should have 8 or 10 main zone, 8 to 10 main zones, something in there, just enough to shoot like 15 or however many deer you need to get respawns. And then with the extra tents, don't pick up tents yet, like you see how I have here and other people have. Use those other tents as the exterior zones and just shoot them all at once. And then as you get max levels in your main zones, or the zones you want to be your main zones, you leave them. And then as you get zones that are not main zones that become all level 2s, for example, you would pick up that tent and then move it to a different exterior zone. And then you basically just do that until their main zone is full of 9s, or full of max levels, so like 9s for red deer, 5s for moose, fallow, stuff like that, 3s for whitetail. And then all of your exterior zones are level 2s for moose, 1s for whitetail, stuff like that. And then once that's happened, you can go deal with your solos. If your species have solos. And then, yeah, and then after that, all your solos managed down, just go shoot your diamonds and you're good. If I could pick, probably the 50/50 oak or the two-tone typical. But basically any of the ones I don't have are kind of cool. Which I think I'm missing like 10. I'm missing some pretty common ones too, like ashen quad paddle, speckled quad paddle. This is probably the last rotation, by the way, because that took me quite a while to find all those other ones. That's nice, bro. Yeah, I got the speckled 50/50, which is the more rare of the 50/50s, but I want the oak one as well. They're very cool. But I don't know which one I'd rather have, the oak 50/50 or the two-tone typical. I mean, the 50/50 oak is a lot harder to get, so I'd probably say that one. But I probably like the two-tone typical better. But I also wouldn't mind getting one of the combos I'm missing, so like quad paddle speckled, quad paddle ashen, quad paddle birch, spider oak, stuff like that. Yeah, it's only oak and speckled, and the speckled is like, for every 10 oaks you see like 1 speckled. And you see, the oak 50/50 is like just as rare as a typical whitetail. So they're pretty rare. Oh, speaking of ashen quad paddle, holy shit, man, you called it. What? Oh my god, that combo is terrible. Holy fuck, but I need it, so I'm not even mad. That thing is fucking ugly. Dude, that looks like a normal moose. If it wasn't facing me, or if it wasn't at this way and I highlighted it, I wouldn't have known. It is so bad. Oh my god. Oh, really? And fly at 300 plus diamond, same zone. Hold up. What happened? From my NVIDIA, like, clipping software is, like, bugged. It keeps tabbing me out, so I don't know if it's gonna record it or not, but... Anyways. Yeah, at least I need this combo. It is pretty bad. What? Okay, I got him. Did I get the other guy, though? I did. W. Yep. It's the quad paddle ashen. It's very ugly, but I actually need it. So I'm not even that mad. He's pretty big, too. And actually, no. That's pretty normal for the quad paddle. No music on, but... yeah, it is what it is. Nice, perfect shot. That's why you use the 375, because you can double lung the moose. It's a single lung with a 300. Anyways, let's go. Great one, 224. Let me make sure I taxed it before I go pick up the other one. I think I did, but always want to double check. Well, that's one less easy combo I need to get. It's only like, what, 10 or 11 left? 9 or 11? Like that. I don't remember if that... Because I know I was missing 10, or... I know I said I was missing 10, but I don't know if that's counting the 50-50 oak or not counting the 50-50 oak. Or what? Let's say, like... this way. Yeah, that's definitely the last rotation. Then I'll finish up this rotation, and then that's probably it. You know what's worse, though, is if the moose didn't have the Great One Furs, like, or they weren't guaranteed the Great One Furs, like they are now. Imagine going really far for, for the common, like the common fur. With that rack, bro. Imagine. That'd be so bad. Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine getting a brown quad paddle. Like, that's worse than an ashen quad. I don't care what anybody says. I am off by a lot, by the way. That was Great One Moose number 29. So I am definitely do a good combo, bro. I've gotten... The last good combo I've got 2 good combos in the last 10. And, well, like, 2 good combos in the last, like... 13, I think. I remember I got number 20 was the birch with the good rack, the big rack, and that's my second most recent good combo. It's kind of just theirs though. I used to shoot out of the blind, but I learned if I only shoot 2 shots from the tripod, it doesn't spook the other bears on the other side. I used to walk up to that and shoot the bears because it wouldn't spook them, the close ones. Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta update the Great One counter. I just got a ashen quad paddle moose, Captain. I'm moose grind number 30, bro. Crazy. No, you don't, Zo. You might be on a map. You might be on a hacked map, bro. Don't the Bob White only go up to level 3? I don't think they changed them this update. That's the stubble quail on Emerald Coast, which is the map you're hunting on. So I'm assuming that's what you mean. Yeah, the Bob White quails are supposed to... Well, those quails were only supposed to go up to level 3, but they changed them, I guess, this update, and I think they're all bugged to make diamond. And as long as... Yeah, they're all bugged to make diamond if you had your map before the new update. Like, if you made the map after the update, then I think it's fine. Yeah, I thought you meant, like Bob White quail, like the ones on New England. I was about to say. Those ones are stubble quail. I did not get the Great One Tahr, unfortunately. I'm 332 in or something like that now. Just got a Great One Moose, though. I do. No, I don't. I have an albino Bob White. Not this level. I mean, I probably have one somewhere on my map, but I can't even shoot it, because if it's a male, it'll just be diamond, won't it? And it's obviously not a diamond. And I don't even think they're gonna fix it. Somebody said in KC's chat, they just said they're not fixing it. All right, Ben. Appreciate it, bro. See you Monday. I'll probably end it this rotation though. At least we got a great one this stream. You know, decent sized mosaic. I don't know. They just said somebody said that they're not fixing it. Apparently, somebody also that was like a mod said, just shoot them until they respawn and it'll fix it. Like, well, that's not how that works. But oh, rip. Yeah, I used to do that a lot when I first started shooting the class 3s to the class 4. Yeah, I know. It sucks, Cork. I don't know why they did that. Well, if you pay for the map now, it won't be bugged. With all that, apparently what happened was apparently they updated the score or whatnot of them, and then they forgot to update the population, which they don't even need to do a pop reset for that. So I don't know how they messed that up, because when the Bighorn got their new racks with ASCII and the Pronghorn, they didn't even pop reset the maps. They just updated the racks. Because I found a level 5 Pronghorn on my map on Rancho the night before, and I just didn't kill it to see what would happen, and the next day it had the new rack. What's up, John John? I would shoot every level 5. Because I feel like you have to shoot every level 5 on Scotland. I'm pretty sure Emerald has the same number as Scotland, or at least close to it. It might have even less, like, total miss. Wait, so do you only have one bear zone on all 4 lakes? I don't... If you only have one on all 4 lakes, then you got a problem there. If you only have one zone on that lake, that's fine. Nice, bro. Good luck, dude. Do you get him soon? Will you get lucky? That's not too far in. Hopefully pops under 1,000 though. I think in the very bottom right, there's like an area with like a boat. I don't think they can spawn there. They have like set spawns, but there's like a bunch of different ones. But yeah, the only place I think they can't spawn is like the very like in the bottom right. There's like an area with like a boat, and they can't spawn there. But then they can spawn in the, under that and then above that. Oh, nice. Only 138 for your first is nice. Very good. Which combo was it, bro? Probably not, because I don't have much time. I'm gonna finish up this rotation and get off right away. But you'll know, and it's such a small area that I don't think it matters because they spawn on both sides of it, so you're gonna have to go to that area anyway eventually. Oh, Irish Out Golden is nice. But yeah, you'll see it. It's like by the there's an outpost on the south part, and there's like a little lake or like a little boat, kind of like a dock area, I guess, and they can't spawn there, but they can spawn above it and below it, so you still kind of got to go near it. Welcome back, Abel. Oh yeah, I mean, I would just check up the whole island anyway, especially the very top and very bottom. Some people seem to not like if you see a map, they seem to not show those areas for some reason. I got a great one, Moose. I think you missed it. Wasn't a very good combo, but it's one I need, so I'm not gonna complain too much. I'm not sure about zones, but just make sure you're shooting like 16 red deer, I guess, if I find 16 to 18. Somewhere in there. It was an Ashen quad paddle. Like, literally the worst combo you can get, but I didn't have it. Alright, Mars. How we going? What little inlet part are you talking about? I don't really have names for part of the island. Probably 0. If you count, like, the ones in the same rotation. If not, like, 12, maybe. Oh, in the middle of the island. Yeah, they can. The little lake part in the middle of the island? Yeah. Like, on the well, if you pull up your map, it'll be on the right side of the island, like, kind of in the middle, right? That part they can. Is there like a little outpost by it? If that's the area you mean, yes, they can. A lot of people skip over that part. Yeah, the outpost, you need to designate a tent for it, by the way, because they'll spook if you go to the outpost almost every time. It's not really worth it. Yeah, that's what I think. But I feel like the Ashen's better than the Spruce. Like the Ashen quad pedal legit looks better than the Spruce quad pedal, I'm not gonna lie. It probably looks decent with the big rack too. Yeah, a lot of zone or a lot of maps don't tell you about that place, and you'll get like a bunch of them that clump up there. Same with the very bottom. A lot of maps don't say anything about the very, very bottom, but they can definitely be on the very, very bottom. What's up, Brandy? Yeah, I have a tent in the bottom, and I just see if they spook, and then I chase after them because they slow down pretty fast. And you get money. If you mean in game, the best way is to shoot the crocodiles on Emerald Coast. You just run up and down the coast, shoot crocs. The hunting pressure doesn't matter too much, unless you care about your bantang and fox zones there. Not really. I did sometimes, but if I do on Twitch now, it's probably not gonna be this game. Yeah, definitely if you're new, then the best way to do it is on Emerald Coast with the crocs. But that's gonna be it for me. I've gotta go now. I'll be live Monday. Somebody that watches the stream just uploaded a video and I have not watched it yet. You guys should check it out. It's probably gonna be pretty good. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be live Monday. Be sure to check out that video if you guys want. Probably gonna be pretty good. See you guys.